The church we call Hillcrest has been a vibrant part of Medicine Hat since the late 1940s. Whether you've called Hillcrest home since that time, or much more recently, you are a part of a great heritage of faith. Back in 1949, the church was officially organized with 21 charter members, gathering in an old fire hall on the crest of a hill on 3rd Street Southeast. Welcoming residents to English-speaking Bible teaching and services would soon cause this church to outgrow their original building. And so, a new church home was constructed on 3rd Avenue Southwest in the 1950s through the efforts of many skilled volunteers. And the good news of Jesus continued to attract many. Only 3 decades would pass before the dream and plans for our current facility would be put into action. In November of 1987, our address on 13th Avenue became home. There have been many great families and individuals who have invested their time and resources to furthering God's kingdom through Hillcrest. Numerous beloved pastors have been a part of the training, vision casting, and shepherding that has happened over the years. The families of all these inspire us today as we continue to minister God's love to a hurting world. If the walls of our church building could speak, they would tell you how many different helping hands pitched in to build this structure and the ones before it. They would speak of the tireless volunteers that still pass through the hallways early in the morning or late at night, unseen in their faithfulness. They would tell you of the tears that fall as God works in people's hearts and those that come alongside as warriors in prayer. If the walls could speak, they would tell you of many people who took their first steps here, to receive Jesus as their personal Savior, to follow Him through baptism, to celebrate milestones in their lives, graduations, weddings, baby dedications, as well as mourning dearly departed loved ones. Through all of life's seasons and stages, our church has sought to be a place of learning, caring, growing, and sharing as we seek to follow Jesus together. If they could, these walls would ring out with praise, recalling how often people young and old have used their talents to glorify our God, how they've ministered to children, youth, and adults of all ages, how they've served in choirs, orchestras, and worship teams, and conveyed stories of the power of God through drama, how they have united God's people through teaching, instruction, counseling, encouraging, and celebrating all that He has done. These walls would testify of the efforts of Stephen Ministers, Celebrate Recovery, and other ministries that walk alongside those going through difficult seasons, of meeting the needs of the poor through our furniture ministry, of seeking to answer life's big questions through the Alpha Course, Life Tree Cafe, and so much more. All this because God our Father has called us to be a caring community of Christ followers, living and proclaiming His gospel through the power of the Spirit for the glory of God and the redemption of man. God will always be faithful, and He will lead us into the years ahead.